Yo, what is good, guys? Another interesting day in the markets as usual. Really good day for day trading. We were killing it in the Discord on TGL. But in this video, I got something cool to show you guys. It has to do with fractals, and that might sound crazy, but call me crazy. But I'm gonna show you what I'm seeing, and I think you're gonna find it to be pretty fascinating. So, with that being said, I'm gonna try and keep this video short. There's not too much to show you, but uh, yeah, make sure to show this video some love, give it a like and subscribe, and we're just gonna get right into it. So, uh, you know, I pointed out this fractal structure uh, that we are in. It's not, I don't think we are in, it's what we are in. This is a macro fractal that's been showing up since 2011, I believe. There was some structures in 2018 and especially last year. So, these it's not a one like recurring thing. It recurs like one or two times. It's definitely here. So um, I think first off we're just going to look at some of the simpler stuff. Just get that out of the way, and I'll end it with that for what the expectations for tomorrow down to the minutes would be. So I really recommend you see that. But anyways, today, so you had some economic data come out. That was the PPI numbers. As you can see right here, it's job claims, and we gapped up. So they weren't as bad as they weren't too bad. So um, we got that gap up, and this gap up did not surprise me. In the Discord, me and some other guys were looking at this stuff, and theoretically, according to the fractal we were in, we were supposed to gap up, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So uh, I'm going to talk about these possible bull traps that we could be facing very soon. So last time, if you're in the Discord, we were down here and I was waiting for that 464 level to get hit, and that main gap, which I was really stressing. It has to do with that gap fill algorithm where there's a main gap and then it builds a structure underneath it and kind of develops a structure all the way up to that main gap. And we're now in that same area where we have a main gap, and this could easily be a bull trap where we're almost filling it. We're right there, but you kind of learn all these people to get calls and go long just because they're like, okay, I'll just play this gap fill. It's not that far away, and it ends up not even filling. So this has happened more than once, especially back in this one. So you got that fake gap fill right here, and then it filled it eventually. I'm gonna show you another one right here. You got you didn't fill this gap. You almost did, but you did not fill it completely, and you got that bull trap, massive drop very fast. Same structure, of course. And there's another one. Is this 2018? Yeah. There's another one in 2011, but you get the point. So, um, interesting day. You gapped up, but you did not hold that level. You closed to 492.99, which was exactly where you closed at yesterday. So 0% on the day. Um, but yeah, we could be approaching an actual bull trap here where there is definitely incentive to. And this is the gap, this is the big, big, big gap that uh, people have been waiting for weeks and months now. I mean, especially back here, I don't think people were really thinking about that one, but some definitely were. And here we are. So this is a prime area to really trap people, and I still have my short positions. I'm still um, sitting with my bias. I have my short positions. They are all sitting around this area right here. So I'm in the red, but we're gonna wait and see. Just watch. So um, right now, Nasdaq. We're gonna take a quick look at this. You had a big trend line here. You got that wedge breakout, and this was the measurement I had. So this line has been there for quite a while now. Probably since back here, I get that estimated breakout of where it would be, and that's not where we broke out, but it was actually pretty close. So I showed you how to measure those breakouts from wedges, and we got close. I don't think we need to get there, but we're close, so who knows? But um, the big thing I really want to stress here, you're sitting at this very important support, which we bounced off of yesterday. Um, yesterday, you gapped up above it. So we're really, all of these gaps, I believe we have 8 gaps now, but we did fill that gap we made today. So um, we have a lot of gaps, as well as you have a lot of areas that you need to. I'm not saying I think, you literally have to test these areas for liquidity to see what the buyers and sellers are going to do in that area. So you'll see this. You need to establish supports if you want to go higher. That's how it works. And all of these red lines, these are called virgin points of controls, where markets tend to go there to test liquidity. You have all these gaps. I've been saying this for a while. There's so much incentive to go down, and you already know that. But you can start to see the sentiment in retail shifting now. This is what I've been waiting for. I showed you that video clip where we were down here. I said we're gonna squeeze like crazy. That $3.5 trillion squeeze. You can see it in my thumbnails, and I said you're gonna want to be careful. Once we get up here, you're gonna see all the sentiment shift, and that's where you're gonna see it turn again. So once we start seeing that down move, that's when we're gonna start looking at those targets to the downside, because I'm gonna show you that fractal soon, but we're at a spot where tomorrow matters. It has to do with the fractal, but tomorrow matters what happens in the first 30 to 40 minutes, and I'm going to explain that a little, but first I'm going to show you a phantom bar. Today, we hit this. This happened in pre-market. We hit it right at the end of the day, like, with a couple cents to spare, we went underneath it, so very interesting, but the biotech we're watching, just something to point out. We did that double top, so we're going to see how that goes. But the big thing here I want to really point out is I think we're just going to get into that fractal now, because that's really the big thing I want to show you. So I cannot show you how I got it, like where I got it from, but I can show you very present time part of it, because I have no clue who's watching these videos, and if they really sabotage this whole thing, I doubt it. I got a small channel, but this stuff predicts the future, down to the minutes, down to the dollars and cents. So I'm gonna put this stuff up. So all of these algorithms here, I managed to find every single fractal and algorithm in this entire structure here. I'm just going to zoom out to show you what I'm talking about. I managed to find the entire structure, every single fractal throughout this entire area. So that's going to be in the Discord if you want to see that stuff. But I'm going to explain this to you right now, the really present time, so that you can see what you need to be watching for the first 30 minutes. So let me put it up. Okay, so this is the rest of the bar. I'm not going to show it because I don't want that getting sabotaged, but you can see the similarities here. This is from a past area from a few months ago, and this has been following it perfectly. Get your peak, you drop down, this little dip, you can see it. Just look for yourself. I can move it around a little, so you can really see those similarities, especially back here. Let me show you this quick. So you can see those similarities, and this is a little awkward, but sometimes they're kind of like distortions. You have your big gap down that lines up, and then there's different fractal for this area. But anyways, what you need to be watching for tomorrow morning, the first 30 minutes, you have economic data coming out. You might actually gap up because you have some data in the morning. Now, I'm not sure how big of an effect this will have. Probably not too big, but you might gap up, which would be on track with what happened in this fractal last time. So the big thing here is that fractals don't, there's sections of fractals, but sometimes these fractals will end right in the middle and alternate to a different fractal from a different area. So the point I'm stressing here is in the first 30 minutes, the first 30 minutes is important, so that if we are still in this fractal or not. So in this fractal, you did a double bottom nose just a little higher, So to the downside, you cannot make a new low, or at least like a significant new low. So you can't just be dropping hard. And to the upside, I think we can give this some leeway because in this fractal, this candle tests the bottom of this area, as well as it does a double top here. So this is the range to be watching right here to see if you get rejected here. And I think if it follows the fractal, first 30 minutes will be green, roughly, and into the Michigan data right here. This is just showing like the more prioritized important data releases, but there's a lot of stuff coming out in here for all the Michigan economic data. So if this follows the fractal around 7 a.m. for me, half an hour after market open, we should see a turn right here. And if you're in the Discord, I explained to you what will happen after this. If the first 30 minutes go accordingly. So it's going to be very interesting. First 30 minutes is crucial. If not, you're testing this big trend line too, and it all lines up for half an hour after open. You have this trend line here, which also lines up from that previous fractal where you get rejected from later on. So I think there's a high probability you get rejected from this area, but the fractal might transition or alternate, so first 30 minutes matters, all I'm saying. Yeah, I think I made my point clear, and if that goes that way, you're going to see reaction from these as well. So that's all I have for the fractal. If you want to see the rest of this stuff, join the Discord, because I guess, I will show you some of it, just so you can really see that this thing is real. I'm not going to show you where they come from, but I'll put some up. So these areas are all the same, okay? And I did not copy this from this area. This is from somewhere else. So it's predictable 100% to the point where you could put in your entire portfolio if you're still in a fractal and in the middle of it, so that you're not betting on right before a transition and that transition happens. But I don't have anything else to show you. Tomorrow, first 30 minutes is important. And I guess one more thing, the level you're really going to want to be watching is the bulls. It's a very crucial area here. The bulls have been in control for quite a while now, several weeks at this point. So you're approaching this point where it's getting pretty dangerous. You're getting close to these flush levels where there's zero support. That especially just has not been built. There's no support that exists, like solid support that exists down here. So once we start moving down, once we start getting that retrace, the cooldown, or just the next big drop, that's when we'll start looking at the lower levels. So until we know we've peaked, that's when we're going to start looking at those lower levels. But for now, we're going to see how it works around this gap here, and that really next big area, 430, which I've been watching since 365 as a retracement of that gigantic wedge. But first 30 minutes is important tomorrow. I showed you what I think, what to expect, and if it doesn't play out, then you're just going to want to see how it reacts with that gap. So that's when we leave this video. If you watched the whole thing through, show it some love, give it a like and subscribe, and I highly encourage you to join that Discord, because I don't think I'm going to be putting this stuff on YouTube just because of the significance of it, but join the Discord if you want to see more of that stuff, and that's where I'm going to leave this. So peace out, guys.